Hello my lovely crafters, this is Crafty Sue 519. Welcome to my channel, and this is my Tea Tuesday. So today I have a little haul, not a haul, a happy mail that I'd like to show you, and I'm going to tell you about my musical experiences, the concerts that I've seen in my life. Won't tell you everything about them because you'll never think the same about me again. But I will tell you some stories. So first off, I got this big package in the mail from Todd to show over the tea. This comes from Mary Ann, Mary Ann's Craft Corner. And she's so sweet. She knew I loved... I'm gonna pull everything out of the bag. She knew I love these chenille yarns that you can get at Dollar Tree. And she got me 6 of them. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. Look at that, green, white, blue. So beautiful. And look at these colors. Yellow, purple, and pink. Oh, I love them. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Mary Ann. I love these, and I can't wait to do something with them. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So today for tea, I am trying this organic mango pineapple green tea with yerba mate. I don't know. We'll see what that is, but it sounds intriguing. So we'll get that started. Oops, almost overfilled it. Almost overfilled it. Okay, so I know you don't know my background, much about my background, but I'm almost 70 years old. I lived in a time that I think was wonderful. The 60s and the early 70s. The hippie era. And it was fun. It was fun. Oh my gosh. I wish my boys could experience some of the things that I did back then. But one of the things I loved to do was go to concerts. And I started going to concerts my senior year in high school. And my very first concert that I ever went to was Three Dog Night. And I went to see that concert with my best friend Lynn. And it was so exciting. I had never seen anything like this before. So after that concert, I started going to many more. So I'll just kind of give you a list of concerts in different categories, and when a special one comes up that I think I can tell you the story about, where you won't change your opinion about me, because I have some stories, but I won't tell them. Anyhow, you'll see how many concerts that I've been to. So Three Dog Night was my first. Then I saw Grateful Dead. Boring. Did not like Grateful Dead. Actually fell asleep at the concert. I saw The Who. That was in the college series. A lot of the bands played at colleges, and I saw The Who at a college. I saw the Rolling Stones. I saw them twice. I saw the first time was at Madison Square Garden in New York. It was Mick Jagger's 30th birthday, and something you don't want to see is Mick Jagger come out on stage naked, saying that he thought it was appropriate for him to wear his birthday suit on his birthday. A sight you do not want to see, believe me. But a great story. I saw Jethro Tull, another college concert. I saw Smash Mouth, the Beach Boys, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Love that concert. My niece got tickets for us. She won tickets for us to see Crosby, Stills and Nash because she grew up with my music and she heard them all the time. So when she heard on the radio that they were giving away tickets to Crosby, Stills and Nash, she kept trying to win tickets, and she did. So we had fantastic seats at that at that concert. And she and one of the musicians in the band were kind of flirty through the whole concert. She was young at the time. She was maybe 15 or 16 years old. And after the concert, we actually got to go on their bus. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And my niece said to that musician, "I want your shirt." She wanted his shirt. And he said, "If you give me your shirt, I'll give you mine." And she just whipped her shirt off. I couldn't believe it. I almost passed out. And he gave her his, and she walked away with a shirt from one of the musicians that played for Crosby, Stills and Nash. So that was a lot of fun. I saw Santana. I saw Aerosmith. Oh my gosh. You don't know this, but I am in love with Steven Tyler. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He's my hall pass. I just love him. I don't know what it is. I know. Everybody thinks he's ugly. I think he's beautiful and just love him. Saw the Eagles. Fantastic concert. That's when I was living in California. I saw Savage Garden in California. I saw Air Supply 5 times, at least 5 times. Every time they would come to Rhode Island, my friend Chris and Joanne and I would go to see Air Supply. It was just a little tradition we had. So every time they came, we had this little place in Rhode Island. It was a concert hall, and it was small in the round, and people would love going to this venue. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was small. No matter where you sat, you had a good seat because the stage would turn, so you would get to see everybody. And I just thought of someone else I saw there. And it was just a great place to see concerts. I saw the Beach Boys there. I saw Air Supply there. I saw comedians there, Joan Rivers, Bill Cosby, another man, I can't remember his name. I'll talk about someone else that I had seen there, Liza Minnelli. Saw Liza Minnelli there. It was my favorite place to go, and they no longer exist, unfortunately. But those are the first few that I mentioned. The bands that I saw were what I will call my rock bands. Train. I love Train. Still love Train. Oh gosh, I'm just thinking things are running through my head, and I'm thinking of more concerts that I saw. And of course, I'm not going to think of what the band names are. Oh shoot. Anyhow, alrighty. So when I met my first husband, Vic, he was not into rock music at all. He liked country music, so we switched over to country. And we saw Alabama. We saw Oak Ridge Boys. We saw Alabama several times. Saw George Strait, Charlie Daniels, the Judds we saw a few times, and someone else I will mention at the end. And single concerts where it was just one person, I saw Neil Diamond twice. Phenomenal concerts he puts on, phenomenal. Lee Michaels, oh gosh, I could tell a story about Lee Michaels' concert. Let's just say it's another concert I fell asleep at. Melanie, does anybody remember Melanie? That was one of the college concerts. We sat on the floor of the auditorium, and not the auditorium, but it was actually where they played basketball. And she just sat there with her guitar and sang, and it was very, very mellow, very nice little concert. Let me give my tea a try before it goes cold on me because I'm talking so much. Alrighty, here we go. That's good. That's good. I can get a little bit of that pineapple. Not sure on the mango, but I'm definitely picking up the pineapple. Saw James Taylor twice. First time I saw James Taylor was in drawing a blank. It's in Boston, and Boston Common, which is a big park in Boston, and another one where he just sang with his guitar, and people would sit on the lawn and listen to him sing. It was free. Awesome. There were several people way back then in the old hippie days that would just come out and play music, and you could sit and sing along with them. It was fun. Saw Peter Frampton. We call him the Riot Inciter. We saw him at a fair in California, and unfortunately at that fair there was a shooting, and Grumpy and I joke that Peter Frampton started a riot. Of course he did not, but yeah, that was a pretty scary time. My son and his friend were out in the fair on their own, and Grumpy and I were together at that concert, and took a long time before we saw my son and his friend, and I was terrified because people were shot. And it was a very, very scary thing. So Bette Midler. Oh my gosh. I love that lady. Love that lady. And in concert, does not disappoint. Grumpy was not interested in going to see Bette Midler, and I talked him into it because it was someone I really wanted to see, and he loved it. Loved it. And Rob Thomas and Timothy Schmidt. Now, I bet most of you don't even know who Timothy Schmidt is, but he's the bass player for Eagles. And I love Timothy Schmidt. I have a massive crush on him. And we saw him at a very small venue here in Florida. And it was a blast. It was those cute little small intimate concerts are awesome. I've been to the big arena concerts and stuff like that, but those small intimate concerts are the absolute best. So Paul McCartney twice. First time it was great. Second time not so great. And I think it was 2 years in a row we saw him. That was out in California. I saw 2 American Idol concerts in California with some coworkers. First one was the one that Carrie Underwood won. I wasn't excited to see her. I wanted to see who came in second, who was Bo Bice. And he was in there. That was just as bad as us buying tickets to go see Celine Dion in Vegas and get there and she canceled the concert. Oh, that was so irritating. So I've never gotten to see her. Never gotten to see her. And I think my biggest disappointment that I never ever got to see, because tickets just disappeared in seconds, was Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin is my favorite band, and never got to see them. Never got to see them. So that's my concert regret. But above all of these crazy concerts I went to and the crazy things that happened, oh gosh, it's running through my head. I had a good time. I have to say I had a good time. My favorite of all, and this may shock you, is John Denver. Loved John Denver. And so did Vic. And we would go to every John Denver concert that came to Rhode Island. And we watched him go from the big arena, that big arena, packed with people, just packed with people. And oh, his shows were incredible. He would do slideshows and sing songs, and oh, just gorgeous, just gorgeous. Absolutely loved that man. And eventually his popularity waned a little bit, and he went to the tent, which was much more intimate, and quite frankly, I liked seeing him there more than anywhere else. And when he was in a big arena, we knew where his car would leave from. And every time he came, we would go and stand there to watch him drive out of the building. Well, he wasn't driving, of course, but his car coming out of the building. And Vic would be leaning up against the wall, and he would give him a thumbs up. And John would give the thumbs up back. And that was so thrilling to my ex-husband, because John Denver gave him a thumbs up. And that happened every year. And I can't tell you how often we saw this man in concert. Countless times. Countless times. All my music for my first marriage was John Denver music. And he's just had a big place in my life, and will forever live in my heart. He died in California the year I moved to California, and I was just devastated. I still have a hard time talking about him without crying. See? But needless to say, I had a very adventurous concert life. So tell me, who's your first concert you ever attended? Who was your favorite? I love it. I loved those days. I had phenomenal experiences, crazy experiences you would not believe if I told you. And not sorry for a moment of it. It was incredible. It was incredible. Nothing like music in your life. So that's my little story for today. I could go on forever, but I've gone on way too long as it is. So I hope you all have a wonderful, fabulous